Good day, everyone. Welcome to Mathematics in the Modern World. For today's lesson, we're going to discuss about measures of position for ungrouped data. The objective of this lesson is to illustrate the following measures of position. So we have quartiles, deciles, and last but not the least, percentiles. Measures of position. A measure of position determines the position of a single value in relation to other values in a sample or a population dataset. So we have quartile, decile, and percentile. Let's discuss quartile first. Quartiles are the values that divided into 4 equal parts. So we have the quartile 1, or the first quartile, that we called the lower quartile. And we have the quartile 2, or also known as the median or the middle quartile. And last is the quartile 3, that called the upper quartile. So we're going to use the two methods, which are the Mendenhall and Cinnit method and the linear interpolation. We're going to use the first method first, which is the quartiles using the Mendenhall and Cinnit method. So what are the rules? To compute the first quartile or the lower quartile, the formula that we're going to use is 0.25 times n plus 1. If lower quartile falls halfway between two integers, you have to round up the answer. For example, you got 2.5. So you have to round up 2.5, so the answer must be 3. So the formula for quartile 2 or the median is 0.5 times n plus 1. And for the upper quartile, we use the formula of 0.75 times n plus 1. So in here, if the upper quartile falls halfway between two integers, you have to round down the answer. For example, you got an answer of 2.3. So you have to round down 2.3 so that your answer or your final answer would be 2. Always remember that n is equal to the total number of data. Let's now move on to our example. Find the quartiles of the scores of 13 male students in their 15-item English quiz. Given the dataset 15, 6, 5, 12, 8, 2, 10, 13, 9, 4, 11, 7, and 14. So before we move on to the solution, let's first arrange the dataset into their ascending order. And we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So after natin silang maayos into their ascending order, hahanapin naman natin ang n, which is the total number of data. And the total number of data that we have is 13. So our n is equal to 13. So after natin malaman ang value ni n, let's proceed to the lower quartile. So the formula for the lower quartile is 0.25 times n plus 1. At dahil alam na natin ang value ni n, isa-substitute lang natin yung 13 dun sa n. So ang formula na natin is 0.25 times 13 plus 1. And then add natin si 13 tsaka 1, kaya magiging 14. Now let's proceed to the next step, which is multiplying 0.25 times 14, and the answer is 3.5. Since kasama sa rules ng lower quartile na kailangan natin itong i-round up, so ang magiging sagot natin ay 4. So our lower quartile is in the 4th area, kaya ang lower quartile natin is equal to 6. Now let's proceed in finding the median. So the formula in finding the median is 0.5 times n plus 1. Kagaya nung sa lower quartile, isa-substitute lang natin si 13 dun sa n. So 13 plus 1 is equal to 14. Now, we're going to multiply again 0.5 times 14 and the answer is 7. That's why the median is in the 7th data. So our median is equal to 9. Let's proceed to the upper quartile. So what is our formula for the upper quartile? 0.75 times n plus 1. And again, isa-substitute natin si 13 doon sa n. Then 13 plus 1 is equal to 14. Now, multiply 0.75 times 14, so the answer is 10.5. And again, based on the rules, we have to round down the answer. So our answer now is 10. So the upper quartile is in the 10th data. That is why the value of our upper quartile is equal to 12. Let's proceed now to the quartiles using the linear interpolation method. So what are the rules? Number 1 rule, find the difference between two data in which the decimal form is in between. Second rule is multiply the result by the decimal part obtained. Last rule, add the answer in step 2 to the smaller number. Let's now proceed to the example. A group of students obtained the following score in science quiz: 9, 3, 5, 10, 1, 8, 2, 8, and 10. Again, before we start solving, we have to arrange the given data into their ascending order. So the ascending order of the given data is 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 8, 9, 10, and 10. The value of n is equal to 9. Let's now proceed in finding the lower quartile. So the formula that we're going to use is 0.25 times n plus 1. And again, substitute 9 for the value of n. Now, we have to solve 0.25 times n plus 1. So, 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. So, we have now 0.25 times 10. And the answer is 2.5. Dahil 2.5 ang nakuha nating sagot, so nasa pagitan ni 2 and 3 ang magiging lower quartile natin. Dahil sa linear interpolation, hindi natin makukuha ang pinaka-position ng isang quartile. Kaya naman kailangan nating isubtract si 2 and 3. So 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Next, kailangan natin i-multiply yung 1 doon sa decimal point ng 2.5, which is 0.5 or 0.5. Kaya 1 times 0.5 is equal to 0.5. So, para malaman natin ang position ng quartile 1, kailangan natin i-add ang total ng 3 minus 2 tsaka 1 times 0.5. So, 1 plus 0.5 is equal to 1.5. So, the position of quartile 1 is equal to 1.5. Now, let's proceed in finding the upper quartile. In finding the position for upper quartile, we need the formula of 0.75 times n plus 1. Again, substitute the value of n, which is 9, so we have 0.75 times n plus 1. So, add n plus 1, so we have 10. So, 0.75 times 10. And the answer is 7.5. Like what I've said kanina, when it comes to linear interpolation, hindi talaga like whole number yung makukuha natin. So, lagi siyang in between two numbers. So, the position of our upper quartile is in between 9 and 10. Kagaya sa lower quartile, ima-minus lang natin si 10 and 9. So, 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. Again, gaya sa kabila, imumultiply lang natin si 1 dun sa decimal point ng 7.5, which is 0.5 or 0.5. So, 1 times 0.5 is equal to 0.5. Same method sa kabila, i-add lang natin yung total na nakuha natin dun sa minus and minultiply natin. So, 1 plus 0.5 is equal to 1.5. So, the position of our quartile 3 or the upper quartile is equal to 1.5. Sorry for the mistake. It's supposed to be quartile 3, not quartile 1. Now, let's proceed to decile. Deciles are the values that divided into 10 equal parts. It means na kapag sa decile, divided siya into 10 equal parts, while sa quartile, divided lang siya into 4 equal parts. So, to compute the position of deciles, use the formula d sub k is equal to k over 10 times n plus 1. Always remember that k is equal to the position of deciles, while n is equal to the total number of data. Let's now proceed to the example. Find the 7th decile given the scores of 11 students in their English activity. The given data are 2, 7, 27, 16, 7, 31, 20, 3, 31, 21, and 4. Again, before we start the solution, we have to arrange the given data into their ascending order. So we have 2, 3, 4, 7, 7, 16, 20, 21, 27, 31, and 31. And our n is equal to 11. So again, our formula is d sub k equals to k over 10 times n plus 1. Now, substitute lang natin. D sub 7 is equal to 7 over 10 times 11 plus 1. So, bakit D sub 7? It's because hinahanap dito ang pang 7th decile. Kaya ang value ni K is equal to 7. Next, add lang natin 11 plus 1 is equal to 12. Bakit siya naging 11? It's because the total number of data is equal to 11. Kaya 11 plus 1 is equal to 12. And now, let's multiply 7 over 10 times 12. And the total is 8.4. So, the equivalent of 8.4 is equal to 8 dahil hindi natin siya pwedeng i-round off dahil nga ang katabing decimal point ay 4 at hindi 5. So, our 7th decile is equal to 21. Bakit siya naging 21? Una-una, titingin muna tayo dun sa ascending order na ginawa natin. And then, bibilang tayo ng 8 and yung pang 8 data ay yun yung pang 7th decile natin. Let's now proceed to our last objectives, which is the percentile. Percentiles are the values that divided into 100 equal parts. So, kung sa quartile, 4 parts, sa decile, 10 equal parts, dito naman sa percentile, 100 equal parts. To compute the position of percentiles, use the formula of P sub k is equal to k over 100 times n plus 1. So, kapag kinukuha natin ang percentile, it's supposed to be over 100. Always remember that k is equal to the position of percentiles, while n is the total number of data. Let's now proceed to the example. The following are scores in science tests 3, 5, 20, 9, 12, 14, 7, 2, 10, 18. Find the value corresponding to the 24th percentile. Again, we have to arrange them into their ascending order. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 18, and 20. And the total number of data that we have, or our n, is equal to 10. So our formula again is p sub k is equal to k over 100 times n plus 1. Next, substitute lang natin yung mga hinihinging value. So dahil ang hinahanap ay ang pang 24th decile, dahil ang value ni k ay 24, and then ang n natin is equal to 10, so ang value ni n is equal to 10. That's why we have to solve 24 over 100 times 10 plus 1. So 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. Now, let's multiply 24 over 100 times 11. And the answer is 2.64. The equivalent of 2.64 is equal to 3. Why? Kasi ni-round up natin siya dahil ang katabing decimal ng 2 ay 6. Kaya we have to round off the answer. So, kaya siya naging 3. And the corresponding value for the 24th percentile is equal to 5. Because 3 yung lumabas na sagot, and then bibilang tayo dun sa mga ascending order ng tatlo, and yung pangatlong nasa ascending order, ayun ang ating corresponding value for the 24th percentile. Now, let's move on to our last topic, which is the percentile rank. The percentile corresponding to a given value x is computed by using the formula of percentile rank of x is equal to the number of value below x plus 0.5 over n times 100. Let's now proceed to the example. Find the percentile rank of a test score of 30 in the dataset: 30, 16, 25, 40, 44, 20, and 28. And again, we have to arrange the given data into their ascending order. So we have 16, 20, 25, 28, 30, 40, and 44. And the total number of data that we have is equal to 7. So again, the formula that we're going to use is percentile rank of x is equal to number of values below x plus 0.5 over n times 100. So we have now percentile rank of 30 is equal to 4 plus 0.5 over 7 times 100. So bakit nagkaroon ng 4? Kasi di ba hinahanap yung number of values below x. So, ang x kasi natin is 30. So, bakit naging 4? Kasi, ilang value ba muna bago mag-30s? Diba? Meron pa tayong 16, 20, 25, and 28. So, 4 values before pa mag-30. And then, given 7 kasi ang n natin is 7, or the total number of data that we have. So, 4 plus 0.5 over 7 times 100 is equal to 64%. So, the percentile rank of a test score of 30 is 64%. Let's now proceed to the next example. This one, we have to illustrate how to find a value corresponding to a given percentile. The following are scores in a math test: 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Find the value corresponding to the 15th percentile. And again, we have to arrange them into their ascending order. So we have 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. And the total number of data that we have is 10. So our n is equal to 10. In finding the value, our formula is value is equal to percentile over 100 times n plus 1. Now, we have to substitute. Dahil nahanap natin ang pang 15th percentile, 15 ang nilalagay nating value ng percentile over 100 times 10 plus 1. Bakit naging 10? Dahil ang value ni n is equal to 10. Now, we have to solve 15 over 100 times 10 plus 1 is equal to 1.65. have to round up 1.65 dahil ang katabing decimal point ni 1 ay 6, kaya siya naging 2. So, 1.65 round up is equal to 2. So, the 15th percentile is the second value, which is 4. That's the end of our lesson for today. I hope you've learned something and thank you for listening.